You may have heard people saying they never practiced for PTE speaking, yet they always end up getting 90 in their PTE speaking. You may have also heard from other students that they practiced a lot towards PTE speaking, changed the coaching center, changed the template, invested a lot of time and money, but the speaking is never 90, always stuck in 50 and 60. So what is the truth? Are we missing something with respect to PTE speaking? Well, if you're wondering, then trust me, today's video is all about revealing that 100% truth that everyone deserves to know before giving exam the next time. All you gotta do is make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE ACADEMIC. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome pop-packed video on the PTE speaking, the real truth. You gotta watch this video before you attempt your next exam. Well, before we begin the video, if you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, and anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. You can check the information in the description of this video. We have left a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link, send us a message. I'll be there, we will be there to help you, guide you in the right direction, and to tell you a lot of students on an everyday basis at seeing that 90 overall. You can check out our YouTube community post or Instagram page, SKILLS PTE. For the same, you will see a lot of score reports with 90 overall. So anytime you need online assistance, you can join us. Alright, so without further delay, let's straight away get right into the video. So when I was preparing for my PTE exam, I downloaded the Pearson score guide and tried to do my speaking accordingly. So what was written in the Pearson score guide? It said pronunciation should be native like if you want to get 5 marks. All vowels and consonants were produced in a manner that is easily understood by regular speakers of the language. The speaker uses assimilation and deletions appropriate to continuous speech. Stress is placed correctly. Sentence level stress is fully appropriate. Well, I read this. I went to the examination hall by giving a lot of stresses, trying to sound like native like pronunciation. And you know what marks I got? 51. Meaning if you follow the things that are written in the score guide exactly as it is, seems like you may not get the scores. Even today it is the case with a lot of students. The truth is something very different, sitting very far away from you all. So let me also show you how I spoke in the read aloud when I got that 51 speaking. Imagine you have a toy car that can only roll down a slide if it's really smooth. If the slide has bumps and rough spots, the car slows down or even stops. Now think of electricity like lots of tiny toy cars racing along a slide, but instead of a slide, they're moving through a wire. This is the way I spoke. I think a lot of people could relate this way. They also would have spoken the same in the exam, and I got 51 exactly. You may have gotten 45, 30 also, depending on how you perform in the other modules. So then I happened to meet a friend of mine who had speaking 90, but other modules he was struggling. So I asked him, dude, how did you perform in read aloud? Please show me, man, I'm struggling in PTE speaking. Then he just spoke the read aloud that just completely shocked me. Let me just show you the way he spoke for the same read aloud. Imagine you have a toy car that can only roll down a slide if it's really smooth. If the slide has bumps and rough spots, the car slows down or even stops. Now think of electricity like lots of tiny toy cars racing along a slide, but instead of a slide, they are moving through a wire. This is the way he spoke, and that completely shocked me, baffled me. I was flabbergasted. This made me understand the right way to speak. Well, he was very logical. In Hindi also he would speak the same way. In English read aloud also he is speaking the same way. In my native language, Kannada, I would not speak the way I did in the read aloud. I would just speak naturally. But here I'm doing differently. Why? Because wrong guidance. The score guide says ask me to do. I was simply falling for this honey trap like most of you. The truth is very simple. Whatever written in the score guide may not be the exact reflection of the software behavior in the exam. I don't know why the score guide says like this. It says native like pronunciation, you need to have 5. So I was trying to be native like, downloaded the pronunciation apps, wasted my complete time. When I did all those things, I got very low scores. When I stopped doing those and just tried to speak naturally, right now I'm trying to speak very naturally with you, isn't it? The same way I spoke. Imagine you have a toy car that can roll down only a slide if it's really smooth. If the slide has bumps and rough spots, the car slows down or even stops. My name is Nakul. Today we're going to talk about the real truth about the PTE exam. The same way I got 90. So what is the truth? The experience is the truth. Hope you are getting it. So this is the real thing. If you do this way, this is one aspect of it. If you do this way, you get your scores. This aspect is called stress or syllable stress. The next aspect is intonation. They also say, if you take up this fluency part of it, they say you have to intonate and give the intonation, the natural intonations. That was also part of my speech. Imagine you have a toy car that can roll only, I stopped doing it, I got the mark. So whatever written in the score guide about fluency, pronunciation, content, may not hold good. Content, it says if every word is correct, you get 5 out of 5. In my 4th attempt, so many words I skipped. Still I got content full marks. Still I got speaking 90. Still I got reading good score. So the reality is something different. Whatever is written there may not be the true reflection. What gives you mark is the fluency. Work on the fluency, but what is fluency? It should be crisp and clear, monotonic speech, no intonation, no stresses, no exaggeration. Absolutely no fumbles, no hesitation. You just have to go naturally. Don't go fast, don't go slow, don't rush. Go at a speed you are comfortable with. This is the truth with respect to the fluency as far as PTE read aloud is concerned. But what if I told you that the same gets applicable throughout the speaking section? In repeat sentence also, you got to be fluent. In describe image also, you got to be fluent. In retell lecture also, you got to be fluent. Well, if people understand this, they're supposed to get 90, but even after this, if you're not getting your good scores, there's one more entity called pitch. The pitch plays a very important role. All this I realized after I started my coaching, because I did not have the pitch issue. So when I encountered people who had those husky voice with a thick voice, never got 90 in the speaking. They're doing it all perfect. The score says a different scenario. From then onwards, I realized that this pitch plays an important role because Pearson does post-processing of the audio. Meaning after you speak, they post-process it and cut down all the noises that have been recorded from your neighbors. In doing so, your amplitude or the strength of the audio comes down, meaning your pitch also comes down. If your pitch is already at 120, it comes to 80. If your pitch is already at 80, it comes to 50. A normal range would be 140 and above for a man, 140 to 150. So if your pitch is already at 120, it further comes down to 80 and you don't get marks. So the truth is this: if you have pitch issue, then you should download voice pitch analyzer for Android phone, voice tools for iPhone. For every phone that you have, these apps may not show up because of the version mismatch or OS mismatch. Try in different phones, you will definitely find this. For a male candidate, it should be 140 and 150. For a female candidate, it should be above 200. Usually male candidates suffer here with a heavy voice. If you have the pitch of 80, 100, 120, then probably you need to use the app and thin the tone, meaning sharpen the tone. Imagine you have a toy car. Imagine you have a toy car. A little through the nose and this part of your throat. Try doing it consciously, you will get it. So once you increase it to 140, 150, you will see a different score. Well, this is the truth. Not what is written in the score guide, not what someone will tell you how they got 90. This is the real truth. You follow this, definitely marks will come in your exam. So let's summarize whatever we spoke with respect to PTE read aloud. First thing is, it's a flat tone that wins all the time against the intonation. Second thing is, naturality wins over speaking impressively or exaggerating few of the pronunciation. It's the pitch that matters the most. The content doesn't matter. Even if you skip 1 or 2 words or 2-3 words, your reading will not come down, remember. And all in all, it's the fluency that wins the race over anything else in your PTE read aloud. And remember this, whatever that's applicable to read aloud gets applicable to your repeat sentence, describe image and retell lecture. Pitch, if you're changing in read aloud, change it throughout. The way you're speaking naturally in read aloud, do the same throughout. So let's also talk about the truth of repeat sentence. In repeat sentence, it is the fluency over the content. Fluency has the highest priority over the content, meaning if there are 12 words, even if you speak 6-7 words fluently, you're gonna get full marks. So don't have to worry too much about the content when you practice for that fluency. What is fluency now? Pitch issue, naturality, all the things. So once it is fixed for your read aloud, mostly it will be fixed throughout your speaking section. Let's talk about describe image. Again, the truth is not the content, the keywords. You see an image, you think using your Einstein's brain, this is important, this could be important, but for a computer which doesn't have the brain, doesn't have the eyes, it will not know what is inside an image. It's just us thinking, oh, this is important, that is important. Mental problem. We should rather go to a doctor to fix it. Getting it? Thinking that I use this template, I use this particular keyword, I get more marks. No, what gives you mark is just your fluency. What is fluency? Whatever we studied in the read aloud, that is what fluency is. So the idea is in describe image, use any template, whatever you want, you put it. Whether you use the keywords or not from the content, from the image, it is not going to make a huge difference. What makes the difference? It's your speech, the flow. If there is a pitch issue and you're giving perfect content, no marks. If you're not speaking with a crisp clarity but perfect keywords you're giving, then also no marks. Hope you are getting it right. It's the flow, rhythm. Let's say you're speaking very slow but giving perfect content, perfect keyword from the image, then no marks. It's the fluency. If you fix your fluency, whether you give the content or not, whether you give the keywords or not, it is not going to make a difference. So I've shared templates in many of the videos. Use any template, my template or anyone's template. Make sure you have that flow. Make sure you have that fluency. So what is fluency? I've already told you in the read aloud chapter. No hesitation, no fumbles, no pitch issue. Don't go fast, don't go slow. Go at a natural, comfortable speed. Add that naturality, add the crisp clarity. No intonation, monotonic speech or flat tone. These 10 things are the fluency. You fix this, automatically describe image is fixed. Hope you're getting it. The truth about retail lecture is it's very easy to write the keyword. So obviously people go with those templates which have dash, comma, dash, comma, dash, comma, dash, some 5 keywords. They put these keywords and finish it off, done and dusted. I ate my meal, I washed my hands. No, that won't work. So here you need to give some phrases. You need to tell the software that you have understood it. One word you speak, what if software doesn't understand that word? Marks gone. One phrase you speak, it has 4 to 5 words. There are high chances that software understands. The truth about retail lecture is you need to speak fluently, definitely yes, but the content contributes marks to listening. Here you give keywords, probably in some scenarios you may get low scores towards your listening. The real truth is add phrases only for the fact that it is possible to add. Listen for 5 seconds, write for 5 seconds. Do this for 4 or 5 times. 40-second or 50-second audio, more than enough. You can write 4 to 5 phrases. Use a template. I've shared templates in many of the videos. Go with the flow, and when you speak in the retail lecture, the truth is grammar doesn't matter, logic doesn't matter. The lines are not fitting, the template line and whatever I've written is not fitting grammatically, logically. You don't have to make them married to get them fit into it. Just speak. In read aloud when you speak, do you correct it? No. In the retail lecture, whatever you have written, whatever you have got in the template and whatever you've written, just speak. Don't try to understand what it is. This is the real truth. You do this, you get your marks. You don't do this and think that you need to logically make sense, you need to grammatically make sense, then your fluency would go for a toss. So these are the real truth. One who acknowledges it and believes in it get the scores. One who doesn't, because of this problem, assumption problem, they have their own mindset, they have their own story already fixed. With that intention, with that thinking, they assume few things. As a result, marks will go down. Remember, in the video, whatever I've shared today, it's the absolute truth. You can blindly believe on it and try to implement. Even after doing this, if you're not getting the scores, join our course. I'll be there to guide you in the right direction. Fine guys, with this I'll park the video here. I really hope the video was informative. Like, share and subscribe and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. With this I'll park the video here. Soon I'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Thanks much.